Good morning guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is one that I'm extremely happy to be making for you. This is probably one of my most requested videos ever, and that is a handbag collection video. Whenever I post a picture of something on Instagram and it shows a handbag, people always say, when are you going to do your handbag collection video? So you guys, I finally did it and I'm really excited. So this is just going to be my handbags. I'm not going to be including all of my small leather goods in this video because I do have a few wallets and things like that, and this video is already going to be pretty long just with the handbags. So definitely grab yourself a cup of coffee, sit down, get cozy, get relaxed, because it's probably going to be, I don't even want to estimate how long this video is going to be, but I think it's going to be pretty long. As you guys can see, my wardrobe is sort of all following the same color palette. I really like to stick to neutrals. I like blushes, nudes, white, ivory, sort of that general light neutral color palette, and then I do have some pops of color. And you'll probably see the same thing reflected with my handbags. A lot of my handbags tend to be fairly neutral in color just because that way they match more items. I do have the odd sort of statement item, but I think especially when it comes to designer shoes, designer handbags, it's important to make sure that you're going to get the most use out of your items. So that's what I've tried to do with my wardrobe. And there's a couple of items in my handbag collection that I'm kind of on the fence about, but I'll talk to you about that as we go through them. If you would also like a wardrobe inventory or tour or a shoe collection, please let me know down below. I am definitely considering doing a shoe collection as well. Now, before we get started in the handbag collection, I do want to put out a couple of disclaimers. Number one, I think that my handbag collection is definitely maybe a little bit more excessive than I need, but I do absolutely love perfumes, handbags, and shoes. Those are probably my three biggest material sort of passions. And also, this video is not intended to come across as bragging or anything like that. I get a lot of handbags gifted to me. I'm very grateful for that. I have a couple of wonderful people in my life who do like to gift me with nice things, and I'm very grateful for that. And also, I do save up or shop the pre-loved market. And if this is your first time stopping by, thank you so much for being here. My name is Alithia, and on this channel, we do usually talk about perfumes. Perfume is kind of my main passion. It's the main thing that we talk about on this channel, but we also do a little bit of home decor, fashion, minimalism, decluttering, things like that. So if that is your cup of tea, I would love if you would consider subscribing. And with that out of the way, let's get started in the video. Okay, so starting out with Tory Burch, this clutch was the first ever expensive designer item that I ever purchased myself. I've had this for many years, and I don't know if it really looks dated or not. I think it still looks really elegant and beautiful. I love the pink color. I have taken this clutch with me on many nights out, and I have a lot of great memories. And it's just kind of that perfect neutral clutch. And it doesn't hold much more than your phone, your keys, and maybe a couple of credit cards, but I think it's really adorable, and I still really love this one. Next, we have this little crossbody bag from Tory Burch as well. I'm not sure if it's in lambskin or calfskin. I want to almost say calfskin. It's very delicate and very soft, and there's already some color transfer, even though I actually have not worn this since I've purchased it. And this one I bought directly from a boutique on Rodeo Drive. Also a very special bag because it has special memories for me. Yeah, this is one of the designer handbags that I've had in my collection for the longest as well. And even though I never wear this bag, I can't bring myself to sell it because I do have so many memories attached to this bag. So again, kind of a special piece for me in my closet. And I'm not sure why I haven't worn it. As you can see, it's really adorable. I think because when I first got it, I coveted it so much and I took such special care of it, and I didn't want to wreck it. But yeah, so it's kind of just been sitting here, and it's a real shame. I either need to start wearing it, or I guess I may as well let it go. And I don't really want to sell it. The next one is another Tory Burch. This was a gift from my boyfriend a few years ago, and this is a beautiful, I guess, top handle square satchel bag, and I really like this bag. I forget how beautiful it is until I see it on camera. I love the color red. If there's any color in my handbag wardrobe that I will have, it'll either be probably green or red. Those are kind of the two colors I gravitate toward, aside from neutrals. And yeah, this bag is just really beautiful and really practical, and I do forget how gorgeous it is and how much it pops until I actually see it on camera. camera, but I haven't worn this bag in quite a few years. But again, it's one I cannot bring myself to let go of. I've had lots of people offer to buy it from me. I've considered selling it, but I just can't because it's kind of special to me because it was a gift. Next, we have a really interesting one from Henry Bendel. Now, I don't even know if Henry Bendel is in business anymore, which doesn't say much for the company, but the bag itself is really stunning. This was also a gift from my boyfriend quite a few years ago, and even though it's a beautiful, adorable little bag and it's kind of a statement bag, it is probably the most impractical bag I have. Because it's so small and it's so structured, it doesn't fit hardly anything. You can't fit your cell phone. All you can really fit in here is your car keys, a couple of cards, and maybe a lipstick. And so yeah, it really is more of a statement bag than anything. I was kind of hoping I could use it day to day, but I have learned so much since I got this bag, and I've realized that this is not a practical day-to-day bag. So I really have not worn this since I've gotten it, which is a real shame because it is so beautiful. So I think I should dig it out and actually wear it once or twice. So next we have a really cute wallet on chain from Ted Baker. Again, I've had this one for a really long time in my collection. This was my first ever sort of higher end black nighttime wallet on chain that I ever owned, and I coveted it and loved it so much. Now I have other nighttime bags that I prefer more, so I haven't worn this one as much, but again, I have a really hard time selling my handbags or letting certain handbags go, especially if I have memories, and I have worn this for a few dinners out with my boyfriend, so it is kind of special. And it's just special because it was one of my favorite bags when I first got it. You know, it meant a lot to me, even though it was definitely a lot more affordable than some of the bags I have now. I think it's very classy and very cute, very timeless, has a really timeless little silhouette. I love the little bow that's on there, and it goes with so many outfits. So yeah, I still quite like this little wallet on chain. Next, we have a couple of bags that were gifted to me by Teddy Blake, and this video is not sponsored, you guys, but I did want to share with you this adorable little sort of micro bag that they sent me. This is from their new spring collection. They have this in lots of different colors, and when I saw this, I actually reached out to them and asked if they would send it to me because I loved it so much. And this is a really beautiful handmade Italian leather bag that looks a little bit like a mini Birkin or a mini Kelly, very Hermes inspired, very dainty. This bag absolutely has no purpose other than aesthetics. All it does is look cute. It is really, really small. You definitely cannot fit much in here. Maybe a lipstick, a couple of credit cards, maybe your car keys, but that's it. It is here just for looks. But I have been having kind of an obsession lately with these micro bags, and I think they're really adorable. So I did want to share this one with you as well. And I chose to get it in this neutral gray color. The next one that was also gifted to me from Teddy Blake a few months ago in a collaboration is this gorgeous leather bag. I can't remember the name of it, but if you look, they still do have it on their website. This is one of my favorite bags, you guys. Out of all the bags I have, including my really high-end designer, this bag is like top for me, probably top 5. It's huge, it holds so much, it is such a practical bag, great for day-to-day, obviously very Hermes inspired again, it looks a little bit like a Birkin, but of course without the huge price markup. But how stunning is this bag, you guys? This bag honestly turns heads. People turn and look, and I think people are wondering, oh, is that a Birkin? Like they first look and they think that's what you're carrying until they realize it's a Teddy Blake or something else. But it's just such a showstopper. And I just feel like $1 million when I carry it. It holds so much. You can even fit a laptop in here. And I just love the color. I love the aesthetic. I love that it's a big bag. I think that big bags really complement a smaller frame like mine. And yeah, so I just love this bag, you guys. I can't say enough good things about it. Okay, so now I'm gonna do you guys a favor and share you a link down below for this bag. This is a dupe, obviously, of the Bottega Veneta pouch bag, I believe it's called. And this bag I found on Amazon, and how incredible is it, you guys? I love this bag. This was such a good find. I believe this is fake leather or faux leather. I don't think it's real leather, but it feels extremely high quality. It has a really heavy duty real metal chain. Nothing about this bag looks or feels cheap, and I think I paid about $100 US for this bag. So it's also really spacious. It comes with another strap, so you can actually tie this other little strap and use it as like a day bag, or you can just leave the chain on and use it as like an evening bag. And I just think it is so stunning, you guys. I am obsessed. I'm obsessed with this bag. So one thing I love about the Bottega Veneta bags in general is that they're not all about the screaming of the logo. They don't have big loud logos. So if you find a great dupe like this, it really doesn't matter. People aren't looking at the logo, they're looking at the bag design itself. And this is just such a beautiful bag design. I love that there's so many different ways that you can wear it. And I also like that you can remove this heavy metal chain and actually carry it as a clutch. So you can be super glam and super extra and have the chain, or you can take it off and be a little more subdued and understated. And I just think it's beautiful. It's definitely one of my favorite bags in my collection, and again, one of the most affordable. Next, we have my one and only bag from Chloe, and this is the Chloe Woody Tote, and I'm not sure what size this is or how many sizes they come in, but this is what I would consider to be a medium to large tote, and I actually really like this. It's extremely comfortable compared to some of the other designer tote bags that I have, which I'll talk about after, but this one I think is really practical. I think it makes a great day bag, a great like mom on the go, going to the beach, going shopping, doing whatever. It's just a really comfortable, lightweight tote that holds a lot, and it's not too structured, so it's very comfortable to fit over your shoulder. So yeah, definitely one of the nicest totes, one of my favorite totes that I have in my collection for sure. Okay, so moving on to one of my favorite designers, and this is Dior, and I do have quite a few bags from Dior. So this is my Lady Dior Mini in the lambskin leather, and it's in this beautiful light gray color with the silver hardware. So this bag I wanted so badly from the first time I ever laid eyes on one, and I'm really glad I went with this size. This is the smallest size that they have. It's only about 17 centimeters in length, and it is just the most dainty, beautiful, ladylike, classy, and elegant bag I think I have in my collection. I reserve this obviously solely for going out, for nights out, because it's really impractical. It doesn't hold a lot. It's kind of cumbersome to get in and out of because it does have that flap at the top, so it isn't my most practical bag. I would never use this for day to day, but I just think it looks so elegant and so beautiful for an evening out. I'm kind of wishing I would have gone with a different color almost, because with this bag I do have to go with like cooler tones. I can't wear too much gold jewelry or anything like that, but it is a beautiful bag and it's one of my favorites. I just still am in awe every time I look at this bag. Next we have the Dior Caro bag. I hope I'm saying that properly, and I think this is the smaller size. I can't remember exactly how many sizes it comes in, and it's in this beautiful sort of dark gray color. And again, I love this bag for going out. It isn't my most practical daytime bag. It doesn't hold a lot, definitely holds a little bit more and easier to get in and out of than the Lady Dior Mini. And I think that this one has a bit more of a casual look compared to the Mini Lady Dior. I think it's a great kind of summertime evening bag. It looks really nice with a pretty summer dress. And yeah, I think it's just very elegant, but also has a bit of a casual touch to it as well. So these tiny bags I definitely do save for evenings out rather than every day. Next, we have my Dior book tote. Now, I get a ton of questions about this one whenever people see it on my Instagram. People always ask me if it's worth it and if it's comfortable. Those are probably the two main questions that I get. So what I will say is that I just love the design and style and look of this bag. And really, this bag is for looks, you guys. Like, this bag is not that practical. It's very structured. It's kind of heavy. The straps are not comfortable on your shoulder. This is not something I would ever take for like an overnight bag or a getaway away bag on an airplane. It's not very practical for that kind of thing. I have other totes I would use for that. This bag is purely for, I think, looks. It would be good for like a daytime shopping bag, provided you didn't bring too much with you, because it does have a tendency to be very heavy. And as you can see, it's just not good on the shoulder. Definitely I have to carry this one as a top handle or over the crook of my arm, which makes it a little less versatile and a little less comfortable, but I still love it. I still think it's really beautiful. Now we move on to Gucci. Gucci is one of my favorite houses as well, and this is the Gucci that I've had for the longest in my collection. This is my Marmont, and I believe this is in the medium size. Or is it the large? I can't remember. And it's in this beautiful dusty rose color. So this bag is kind of my go-to during the fall and winter when I want something that looks very kind of luxe and bougie, but also very practical and kind of goes with like the whole fall and winter color scheme. So I don't use it a lot in the summertime, but this is a beautiful bag. I've gotten so much use out of it. I have had the Gucci camera bag. I've discovered that I much prefer the Marmont over the camera bag. So I like the one that has the flap versus the top zip. I don't know what it is about it. It's just an aesthetic thing, has nothing to do with the functionality. I just like the way it looks a little bit better. So I don't think I'll ever go for a Gucci Marmont camera again. I think I'll just get the classic Marmont flap style. So I 10 out of 10 recommend this bag. It's very practical, it holds a lot, and it's a great everyday bag. 10 out of 10 recommend this size of Gucci Marmont. Next, we have this adorable little Ophidia bag. I hope I'm saying that properly. And this is a very classic look for the Gucci bags. It has the trademark red and green stripe going down the front, which at first I was worried would be a little much, but I really like the way that it pops. You guys, this bag is one of my top compliment getters. If I'm gonna be complimented on a bag, this is one of the ones that I get the most compliments on. And it's also very practical. So one thing that I'll say is I don't love a square bag of this size. I do prefer either slightly larger or a different shape for some reason, but how classic does this bag look? It's just adorable. It holds just the right amount of stuff. It's a great day-to-day bag. Zero regrets with this bag at all, and I love the colors. I think it's fairly neutral, but still has that trademark pop of red and green, and I just love it. It's a great bag. Next, we have this adorable horsebit wallet on chain. This is my new favorite wallet on chain. Unfortunately, this one has replaced my Ted Baker as my go-to evening bag. If I want the wallet on chain look, this is the one that I really like. And I just think it's adorable. Even though it looks a little more casual, it has definitely a more casual look to it. I think it's the size that I really like, especially in proportion to my body. I just think that it is the perfect size little evening bag out for me. There's something about it I just can't get enough. And this one, you could put the chain in the bag or remove the chain altogether and use it as just a little wallet or a little clutch. I really like the way it looks with the chain on. I really like it on the shoulder. And I think it just looks very elegant and very minimalistic. And I love the Gucci logo all over the front, and I love the little horsebit design. So yeah, one of my favorite bags for nights out for sure. Okay, this bag, you guys, is one of my favorites. I love this bag so much, I cannot tell you. This was such a good decision to get this bag in this color, and I think this is the Dionysus. I want to say it's the mini square, but I'm not 100% certain if that's the right name. And it's in this beautiful emerald green color, and I love that it has the two-tone metal hardware. So you've got the sort of antique looking sort of silver hardware, and then you've got the gold hardware on the front. And I think the combination is genius because you can wear any type of shoe or any type of jewelry that you want with this bag and it's going to look stunning. So this one is actually fairly new to my collection. I haven't had a chance to wear it out yet, but I fully intend to, and I think it would be great for like a statement bag for an evening out. And to me, this bag just looks so luxurious. It just looks so high-end and so posh. Love the color green, love that pop, and I think it would be great with a neutral or a white dress. You could wear it crossbody for a more casual look, but I definitely prefer it over the shoulder for a more formal, elegant evening out look. Okay, moving on to Louis Vuitton, this is my Alma PM, and this is in the monogram print, and this is also a fairly new bag to my collection. I absolutely love this bag, you guys. I did used to have the BB size in the Demier Ebene, and I ended up selling that one because it just wasn't everything I wanted it to be. This is the perfect size of Alma. If you ask me, I think that you should go, or people should go, with the PM in general. It's just such an elegant, classy, everyday style. It looks beautiful, it looks chic, but it also holds a lot. And for me, it's just the perfect size of this bag. I also really love the monogram print. There's something about that monogram print with the beautiful light vachetta that just looks incredible and timeless. And I think this is such an iconic bag for Louis Vuitton. I love the red glazing. I love everything about it. As you can see, it's neither too big nor too small for my frame. And this is actually the bag that I'm currently using at the moment. So it's actually full of stuff, so it's very heavy in this video. But yeah, it's just such a good everyday grab and go bag. You just have to be careful about the elements if it's raining or snowing or something, so you don't want to get that all over your vachetta. Next, we have the kimono. I believe it's called the kimono from Louis Vuitton, and this is such a great bag, you guys. This is one of my go-tos for the winter because it's incredibly durable and it really holds up well against the elements. If it's snowing or something like that, I don't have to worry about it. Funny story, I actually fell once on the ice and this bag broke my fall, believe it or not, and look at the condition it's in. It was completely unscathed. So it's just a really practical tote. I think it looks very classy. I love the size. It holds a ton and I just love it. So this was a gift as well from my boyfriend and I just absolutely love it. Moving on to one of the most popular bags from Louis Vuitton. This is the Neverfull, and this is in the MM size, I believe, the medium size. So I do have it in the Demier Azur, and I also have it in the monogram. I still kind of want it in the Demier Ebene. I might get that one day, but for now I'm pretty happy with these ones. So I like to use the lighter one in the summer if I need just a casual, everyday, on-the-go kind of tote bag, and I like to use the brown one in the winter and the fall if I'm looking for that same bag. And they're extremely practical, and if I'm going to go traveling, go on an airplane, something like that, this would be the tote I would choose to bring as my carry-on tote bag because this is the most comfortable. I like it better than all of my other designer totes. I just think it holds up so well. It's very flexible, it holds a lot, not too structured, extremely comfortable to carry. Just a great bag, and I 10 out of 10 recommend at least one Neverfull in every woman's collection. And again, I just think it's timeless. I love the monogram, I love the vachetta. Mine has the red interior. And yeah, I really can't say enough about this bag. I know it's kind of like overpopular, cliche, everybody has one, but I don't really care. This was one of the first high-end designer bags I ever got, and I just absolutely love it. So these are technically small leather goods, I guess, but I'm going to include them in today's video because I think that they can also double as a handbag. So these are the mini pochettes. I do have it in the Demier Ebene, and I also have it in the monogram, and I absolutely love these. They work as a catch-all, so you can keep things like tampons and feminine products and, you know, dental floss, things like that. So right now I'm using this one as a catch-all, but you can also use them as like an elegant evening bag, like kind of a little wristlet if you wanted to. So I really like that you can do double duty, and I just think that they're really adorable. So moving on to my reverse monogram Dauphine, I believe is the name. I'm not sure if I'm saying that properly. This is a really adorable crossbody bag. I really like it for the summertime. However, I still have not worn it since I got it. I'm not sure why. I think because it isn't very practical. Again, it's one of those small structured bags that doesn't hold very much. And when I'm on the go during the summer, I bring a lot with me. I bring sunscreen, I bring tons of stuff. This just doesn't hold that much. So in hindsight, I'd probably get a larger bag. Next we have two bags, and I believe it's called the Felicie Pochette. So these bags do come with a gold strap, so you can wear them crossbody or on the shoulder. I have it in the monogram, and I also have it in the Demier Azur, and my favorite way to actually wear these bags is to tuck the strap away and use it as a clutch for like an evening out. I just find, again, it's not a very practical day-to-day bag. They're pretty structured, they don't hold a lot, so even though they're really adorable and they look great with like a summer outfit, again, this is definitely more of an evening bag or a going out bag for me, because really you can only fit your phone, a couple of credit cards, your car keys, maybe a lip balm, something like that. It's definitely not like an everyday bag, but I do really love the look of them. Next, we have what I believe is called the Favorite, and it's funny that it's called the Favorite because it is one of my favorites. This is a great casual everyday bag for the summer. You can wear it crossbody. You can also remove the strap and use just the little gold chain on top for more of an evening look, or like over the crook of your arm. You can kind of wear it a lot of different ways. My favorite way to wear it is definitely as a crossbody. I think this is a great size for my body as well, and because the bag isn't too structured, you can fit surprisingly a lot of stuff in here. So this is a really good casual everyday on the go when you just want something minimal, elegant, chic, but still fairly casual. I think this is definitely not a dressy looking bag. I think the Felici pochette is much more elegant and dressy looking than this one. Okay, so moving on to our last designer, we have Chanel. So this was one of the very first really high-end expensive bags I ever got, and I coveted this so much, and I also really protected it, and it took me a long time to actually get comfortable enough to wear this bag because I just couldn't believe what I was holding. I was always in awe of this bag when I first got it. And this is my medium Chanel in the beige color with the gold hardware, and this is the classic flap. So this is still one of my favorite bags. I think it's very classic. The color goes with everything. I think it's a really good size. The only critique I would have of it is a little bit cumbersome because it does have that double flap. It doesn't hold that much stuff. That double flap that's in there takes up a little bit of room, so I wouldn't say this is the most practical day-to-day bag, but this is a really cute one that I like to bring with me if I want to look elegant and put together and still have room for pretty much all of my daily essentials. It can be a little bit heavy too. It is quite heavy leather. This is also in the caviar leather, which I really like because it makes it a little bit more durable. So I actually brought it with me on vacation the other year, and it was really nice because I didn't have to worry about scuffing it up or ruining it, and I really like the caviar leather for that reason. I think it's just a very elegant, beautiful day bag. Next, we have my classic flap in the jumbo size, I believe, and this is in the black lambskin. So I think we all have a bag in our collection that if we could do it again, we would do it differently. And for me, you guys, I would not get this size again. I thought that I really wanted it, but once I got it and wore it a while, I realized there's a few pitfalls or downfalls of this bag. Number one, the lambskin is very fragile. You have to be very careful not to scratch it. The other thing is that it is quite heavy and it's also quite large. So part of me thinks that it looks great with my small frame. I do like a larger bag, but for me, I really feel like the classic flap is best in the medium size. So I think that it's very elegant. It does hold a lot. It's very practical for that reason, but it's very heavy. And I just think that this particular style looks better in a medium on my body. So if I was to get it again, I would definitely go for the medium size, and I'd probably go for caviar. Next, we have my mini rectangle in this stunning red color with the silver hardware. So I think that it's really nice to have a little statement bag, a little pop of color, and I really like red because I feel like even though red is quite bright and vibrant, I feel like it still goes with so many different things, and the rest of my wardrobe is so neutral that the red just really looks great with, I think, pretty much any outfit that I have. And believe it or not, this bag is actually quite practical. It actually holds almost as much as the medium classic flap or double flap because it doesn't have that extra flap in here. I did have to shorten the chain a little bit. I got one of those little metal chain shorteners because this does have a longer strap and I prefer it to be a little shorter on me. If you guys want something like this, I will link that little chain shortener or strap shortener down below. But I just think this is a really elegant, beautiful bag, and I love that it gives my wardrobe that extra pop of color and pizzazz if I want it. And And lastly, in my Chanel collection, we have the mini square. Now this is in the black lambskin. I ideally wanted this in caviar because I would love to be able to take this out for evenings out, nights out, and not have to worry about getting it banged up and scratched up and things like that, especially when you go out on the town and, you know, you don't want to be having to protect your bag too much. However, finding this bag in caviar has been extremely difficult. Apparently, right now I think it's only available in the lambskin. But I do think that it looks very plush and very beautiful. That's the positive thing about the lambskin. Even though it's more delicate, it looks just a little more luxurious, which I do really like. And this is such a great evening bag. I think you could wear it during the day as well, but for me, I definitely reserve this for nights out and evenings out. And I just think it's adorable. And you can also wear it on the shoulder, and you can also wear it crossbody. So again, pretty versatile. Love the shorter strap length on this one. And that is the last one in my Chanel collection. Now, somehow I forgot to mention these two bags. So this is my Dior saddle bag, and I believe this is in the denim blue color. This is kind of a controversial bag. Some people don't like it, think it looks a little tacky or a little dated. It was really hot, I believe, in like the 90s. I love this bag, you guys. To my surprise, it actually is so much more versatile than I thought it was going to be. And even though it's kind of a weird, like oblong shape, it actually holds a lot. This is a pretty practical day bag if you're going out, going for brunch, going shopping. And lastly, we have my Saint Laurent Kate tassel bag, I believe is what it's called. And it's in this beautiful crocodile print. The only thing I would do differently about this bag is I'd probably get it in a slightly different color. I do find that the pink is a little bit hard to style with everything in my wardrobe. It's neutral, but it's not quite neutral enough, if you know what I mean. So for some reason, I just don't reach for this bag as much as I wish I did. I think it's beautiful though. It's very elegant. The details are gorgeous. I love the little tassels. I just think it's such a beautiful, stunning bag, and I fell in love with it the moment I saw it, but I just think I probably wouldn't get it in pink. I'd probably go with black or beige or something like that. And I also forgot to share with you my Rive Gauche Saint Laurent bag until I was done filming, and then I saw it sitting in the corner. So this is a really beautiful bag. Again, it looks great in photos. It's practical in the sense that it holds a lot, but if I could do a do-over, I probably would not buy this bag again, only because I find it gets very, very heavy, and it's not that comfortable to carry on my shoulder, especially once it's loaded full of stuff. So it's kind of more for like pictures, aesthetics. It looks beautiful. You could carry a couple of light items. So it seems like it would be very practical, but for me, it's actually not that practical of a bag. I much prefer something like the Louis Vuitton Neverfull or the Chloe Woody tote. So that was it for today's video, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed seeing this little tour of my handbag collection. Again, let me know down below what is your favorite handbag. If there's a handbag that you're lusting after, let me know what that is. And if you haven't subscribed, I would love if you would consider doing so. And I will see you guys all very soon in my next video. Bye for now.